the ugly guy everyone hates. Not only did he become the prince's palm pet, he was also remembered by the emperor and other men. From then on, the prince's vinegar just got fuller and fuller. He even pulled his daughter-in-law to swear sovereignty at every turn. Just now, the unexpected soul of a 21st century girl goes back to ancient times, became the price of an ugly face. The princess because of this face. As a result, the original owner was rejected as a disaster since childhood, even the only mother who loved him. And he died a horrible death because of his humiliation. Now this bunch of scum. And forcibly marry him to a dying prince. He was about to resist. He was attacked from behind by his evil sister. Someone send this crazy woman to the palace. I don't know how long it has been. The groggy when Ruoxi was just about to get up. He found a man in red standing in front of him. I haven't waited for him to recover. It has been detained by the other party, and the man's picky behavior. It left him speechless. The enraged when Ruoxi immediately turned his back. I want to deal with this prodigal son severely. How could the other party not only avoid it perfectly, even at breakneck speed? The man who tied the Wan Ruoxi back must not move. You 8-faced girl can actually fight. It's not easy. When Ruoxi scolded while struggling, and warned it not to mess around, the man smiled evilly, then pushed him down. The marriage has come to an end. It's not just about you and me, but you can't be tempted. Unexpectedly, several cases flew into the house in the next second. The alert prince immediately got up and caught it firmly. I didn't expect my heart to move so fast. The other side, when Ruoli, who also caught the case, looked confused. What the hell? Still shiny? A man frowns at you when he sees this, a weak woman. Kung Fu learned by several generations. To be able to grab the blowing sword empty-handed. Are you the lady of Wanfu? Wenruoxi? Just at the moment when Wenruoxi was asked, suddenly a little cutie flashed in front of me. Unexpectedly, the modern high-tech that was frenzied by everyone. I actually came here with him. What are you mumbling about all alone? Wenruoxi only realized. No one else can see his existence, and the sizzling of arrows on the ground. The two who were still fighting. Then he looked at the candle, and blow out the flames very tacitly. Sudden proximity. The frightened girl took a few steps back. At this time, the little cutie expressed that he had a way. When Ruoli sweats a drop after listening. Then he stepped forward and asked the king to take off his coat. The man was momentarily confused. Why didn't you let me touch it just now? Now you want me to take it off again? Now don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to pretend to be you as bait, just to save your life. The man suddenly became curious. This woman is interesting. What is the prince worried about? Aren't you seriously ill and about to go to the ground? If I don't do toddlers to lure away assassins, did I let you out? Exactly. I naturally can't go out to face the enemy and expose myself now. If you spend it in the house, it is easy to be surrounded by trapped beasts. That's what I'm saying. Now the assassin can't see what's going on in the house. If we throw a poisoned cigarette or something, we'll all die? Juan Rocio Barabara said a lot. The king did not expect him to be a girl in a courtyard. There is actually a magnetic strategy. Unexpectedly, the house was really poisonous and the smoke was thrown in. Fortunately, when Ruoxi is quick-witted, kicked the cigarette out with one kick. Then I covered the window where the smoke kept drifting in. I urge you to give me the clothes quickly. The man is taken lightly by his cute appearance. When Ruoxi, who has a beauty artifact at this time, under his careful modification, transformed directly into the appearance of a prince. So when Ruoxi came to the door as a prince, facing several flying swords, when Ruoxi escaped one by one effortlessly. When the assassin saw this, he took the initiative to dedicate himself to thinking, to deal with the prince on the spot. But the next second, he was besieged by the guards in ambush in the palace. So stupid to want to assassinate. So stupid. At the same time, Prince Zhang, who had changed into casual clothes, walked out. Someone came to take the thief away and keep him in custody. Everyone was dumbfounded when they saw this. How can there be two princes? Once back in the room, and the man questioned him. How did you get to look so alike? Could it be that you still know the method of Wu Guian? When Ruoli has a guilty face, don't say it's so ugly. This is just one of the 4 great evil arts in Asia. It's called makeup. Hearing the spell, the king was speechless. Then he said he was going out to interrogate the prisoner. As for your honor, let's stay here alone tonight. When Ruoli was instantly happy when she heard the words, directly pissed someone half to death behind him. How to expect? When Ruoli immediately made a request to divorce his wife. I saved you tonight. In return, divorce me. I can see, Prince, you don't like me, an 8-faced girl. Since you don't like me, I don't like you either. Why should we be tied together and suffer? Do you really want this king to divorce his wife? Aren't you afraid of being ruined because of this? Because of this face? I would have been ruined. Leave me? The king can also marry a more beautiful and useful woman, and I just want to live a free life. The sky is high and the sea is wide. Go with your heart. The man's face turned gloomy when he heard the words. The princess is really joking. You are the princess of this king. It is right to do things for the palace. How to repay? After saying that, he turned away without looking back. Then how on earth are you willing to give up? I'm immortal. When Ruoli asked again? But what awaits is a heavy door slamming injury, although when Ruoli ate a closed door. But it doesn't affect his desire to sleep now. The little cutie saw this for a moment. You've just crossed and you're being watched. How dare you sleep? Be careful not to see the sun tomorrow. When Ruoxi suddenly, thinking that I don't know his name yet. Little cutie blinked, just call me Zia G. Which when Ruoxi suddenly burst out laughing, sorry. I shouldn't laugh, but I couldn't help it. The little cutie was speechless for a while. I'm Zia G. Not Zia G? The next morning. Ben is still sleeping well when Ruoxi. I was awakened by a loud noise. Unexpectedly, as soon as I opened the door, I ran into a group of maids, bullying an honest man. When Ruoli stretched out his hand and slowly helped the other party up. He is not used to bullying. Just let a few people go back where they came from. At the same time, Loyal King, pretending to be sick, came over with coughs. There are still keys in the palace today. Why are you still here? The unkempt when Ruoli was speechless. Are you going out? But your lord, you are also wearing home clothes. The man endured his anger and said that the emperor had summoned him at this moment. Unfortunately, this king is unwell. Only the princess can go to Shane. After saying that, he turned around and left. No, don't go. What am I going to do? You haven't made it clear yet. When Ruoli's hand stopped in midair, this fake sick child slipped away quite quickly. If memory serves, the sister of the original owner should now be the identity of the princess. I'm afraid it's not good to enter the palace this time. When Ruoxi, wearing a veil, just entered the palace hall, the little green tea nestled beside the emperor. Smug thought. And the other party obviously wanted to use this opportunity to humiliate himself, to show the emperor his ugly face. So as to highlight their beauty, little green tea deliberately walked forward. We haven't seen each other for many days. Why doesn't my sister take off the veil? Let my sister take a good look. Then you have to start pulling off the veil. Fortunately, when Ruoxi reached out and hid quickly enough, in order to prevent the other party from succeeding, little Zia G immediately jumped out. Under his embellishment, there is no scar on Wen Ruoxi's face. Mark of marks. The little green tea is in place in disbelief. How is it possible that your face is obviously impossible? I just tried Fendai before I went out. Just a little makeup. Little green tea just wanted to say something more, but was interrupted by the emperor walking behind. Forget it, I heard before that Sister Wang has a loving face. It's good to have embellishments now. On the contrary, Brother Wang has not been seriously ill for many years. I don't know if I could still be with Mrs. Wang last night. The gift of Dunlun. After saying that, he will order someone to go to the palace to fetch the sheets. When Ruoxi instantly went numb when he heard it, in order to absolve himself of the sin of bullying the king. It's too hard. Sister, you and I are now married into the royal family. Identity is different. Listen to my sister's advice. Now is your chance to clear your name. But when Roxy doesn't understand what she's talking about, what do I want to prove my innocence? Sister, there have been rumors in recent years said that my sister has been in close contact with the guards in the mansion. Even more so, you have. So my sister might as well confess as soon as possible. Sister, is this helping you too? Wenruoli greeted. Why don't I know what you're talking about? You're afraid it's not made up now, right? Little Green Tea felt wronged when he heard it. Sister, why are you stubborn? Now the Emperor has learned of this. If it weren't for my sister, I would beg for mercy. I'm afraid I've already blamed you. I summoned you today to prove your innocence. Afei doesn't have to bother anymore, since the princess has no intention of defending. This is the end of the matter. The reigning royal family's fertility is damaged. I can leave him a whole corpse. Just as when Wenruoli was detained by everyone, when forced to drink poisoned wine. Someone staggered in with a cane. Wenruoli didn't expect the person who didn't want to attack would actually come to save him in person. Chenjingyu realm? I brought what the Emperor sent to the palace to pick up. How could this kind of thing be brought by Brother Wang himself? It's just that it's about the princess's chastity, more about royal face. If there is any shame, this glass of wine is mine. The princess may have to drink it. Just when the Emperor thought he could use this to be charged, but he was directly gagged by the red. Even when Wenruoli was dumbfounded, the little green tea exploded in an instant. Your Majesty, this is absolutely impossible. They had no sympathy at all last night. But the next second I realize I missed my mouth, although the Emperor was displeased. But I can only save this. Unexpectedly, the king suddenly took the initiative to apologize. Last night, the palace wanted to resign the thief Yuan Bei, the Queen of Qin, but talking nonsense. It is said that the Holy One benefits from such rebellion. Heinous. The minister rectified it on the spot without authorization. However, the conspiracy behind it was not thoroughly investigated. It is the sign of the minister. The Emperor pretended as if nothing had happened, and the king brother eliminated the harm for me. What is the crime? You don't have to be hard on yourself. When Roxy didn't expect this prince to be so tall. The man who killed the Emperor. Isn't it the same as demonstrating with the Emperor? On the way back, when Roxy silently followed behind the prince, this dog Emperor is obviously trying to piss off the prince. Make things difficult for yourself. It's better to run away earlier than that. So he hurried forward and grabbed the man. That I want to say thank you for just saving me. The man secretly rejoices in his heart when he hears the words. This woman still knows how to thank you. Who knows the next second? I heard the other party make another request for a break. Please think about it. It's dangerous for both of us. Man is pissed off. Sorry, this king is not on vacation, only widowed.